This rack needs a cup holder. I'll work on that later. Anyway, welcome to Z Reviews. Hello. I haven't done this in a few years, and you'll have to give me a break because it's going to take me a bit. This is a multiple IEM review because that's what I used to do. I used to solely do roundups, 4 or 5 IEMs, usually in the same price range or in the same category of sound signature or something. And since I haven't done it in years, I made the mistake of just randomly picking 2 IEMs I know people want to see. Moondrop ARIA FiiO FH5s. And then I put a third one on the table that I'm like, yeah, someone sent me the SeeAudio NEOs. I should probably do those too. And so what we have here is a very, very wide spread of prices from $80 to $250 to $1,100. So, and this is just random. So I'm listening to the ARIAs currently. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to break this up. I'm going to review this. And then, because this is my baseline, 80 bucks. These ARIAs are fucking fantastic for $80. And I'll give you, like, they'll go over everything, and then I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to sit here and listen for 30, 40 minutes with the FH5s. And then I'll turn the camera back on, give that, compare it to the ARIA. And then when I'm done with that, turn it off again, spend some quality time with the Neos, and then come back and compare everything to everything, and then we're done. You only get one wallpaper. That's just how it's going to work. Why is this popped up? Why is Telegram a thing? Oh, that's why. Okay. So, starting with the ARIAs. The box, obviously cover art, has anime girl catching a jizz tissue in her hand. She's also got bandages all over her. Why is she hurt? Someone tell me what was the artist's intention with this image? Because she's in like a fancy gown thing, but then there's like, what is that black lump on her neck? Is that just art? And then she just jizz tissues are falling out of the sky and she's catching them. Standard Moondrop fare. I really like the box. I had to show you this. It's like black rubberized with just like rose gold piping everywhere. I thought that was an interesting presentation. Keeping in mind, this is the cheapest one on the table, 80 bucks. So let's shove it back in here. I've been grooving with these. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this in sort of a fair way. So I'm going to be swapping headphone amps a lot. I tend to have a lot of amps. So I might go Singzer. I might put on the Sparkos. I may throw on a tube, but I definitely whipped out the IFI Zen Can. I still have the Wall and Topaz. I'm running these Neos. I'm going to be pushing those through the Rebel amp and things over here. So we'll see how things change. I was either thinking about buying 3 very specific amps for this. I could do 789s, or I'm just going to free-for-all, plug into everything, see if there's a change, and then make my decisions. So right now, I am so glad I'm doing it this way because I feel like I'm going to come back and really, it's going to take a lot to convince me that you need to spend more than $80 on an IM. Because these ARIAs are... What are they, actually? High Performance LCP Diaphragm Dynamic Driver. So it's a single dynamic, I'm assuming. Single 10mm, yeah. Uh-huh. Liquid crystal diaphragm. I don't, I don't know. They're so... violent. God, that's the only way to describe the ARIAs immediately. Is like I put them in, from them running on the table to putting them in, I was like, like you just get them this impression of like, hey sound, you like sound? I hope you like sound because I'm gonna play it for you. It's like that dog with the tail that won't stop wagging like this. It's what these ARIAs sound like. I was like, oh no, this song, no, daddy, this song, you want to hear this song? Oh, I gotta do this song. It's so good, it'll be so good. It's like a loyal dog. God, that's clear. Throw my hat over there. Super efficient also, by the way. At one point I had lowered the Geshelli DAC, which is feeding these 2 units, down a voltage level because I'm on the lowest gain here and I couldn't go past that. Now I've gotten sort of used to it. I'm getting a little braver. I'm getting up to like the 10 o'clock range. 11 o'clock. Vocals are so clear. There's a little baby touch of like, is that sharp? Because it's so in your face. And then it goes away. My God, they sound loud even though they're not up that loud. Is that a thing? They also seal wonderfully. Like I have Deconi tips on everything. A lot of these units come with their own tips. These come with big bag of silicone I don't care about. I try to talk about the accessories. A Moondrop company bag, that's all it says, Moondrop. And then these, and I'm so not changing these out. Here's the thing. It comes with a nice pair of plastic tweezers. Very nice, actually. Like, look how fucking accurate that is. That is ridiculous. I'm keeping these. Even if I sell these in the yard sale, these are getting kept. Because you can change out the filter. There's 2 different filters, and it comes with 6 of each, in case you lose them. So you could slightly tune the sound. I'm not going to. There's no need to. I don't have time for that. It's just gonna wait till I get to this and the switches, you fuck. These are so nice. I could pick up there's like a piece of dandruff here. Let's go. This is what you could do with this. It comes with its own fidget spinner / toy. Yeah, the sound, at $80, these are going to be a go-to recommendation for me. Regardless of what everything else is. This is a $250 and that's $1,000 plus. These are... You know what these are? Everyone already owns them. I'm sorry I'm late on this review. These are if Tin T2s were more aggressive somehow. Which I know it's weird because they're laid back and that would be the line. I was laid back. A better one would be a more better but laid back. Yeah, these feel like a default IM. These feel like an IM that I'm just going to be like, oh, have you bought Arias? And that'll be the joke because the hi-fi min Arias are like, but these are like $80. Yes. Under Pressure from Queen is playing right now. And it sounds like I'm blasting it. Like, it sounds like the level you'd play Queen's Under Pressure. But I'm barely breaking a sweat on this. And do my day up. Pressure. Probably taking out of my ears. They are all metal. They keep that rose gold on the black. Although it's not quite as rose gold as the box. And they are all metal construction. Small, light. I mean, even though they're metal, they have a little bit of girth, weight to them, but it's not like OH10 heavy. They're just nice. 2-wire. The wire itself is a strangely long 3.5mm right angle. I don't know what the point of that is, but it is way out there. Looks like a hairdryer with an insane strain relief. Like, look at this thing. That is the most useful, flexible strain relief I've seen in a unit. Look at that thing go. And it goes to 2 fabric cables. They could probably have done this a little bit better because it should not have any sort of wobbles in it if it's fabric and 2-wire. But they twisted it a little bit weird. So I'm gonna give them a pass because it's $80. And because it's the right length and the right feel. It says Moondrop Co. dot. And there's a little aluminum with a little aluminum slider that locks down onto the thing. So you could zip them up and keep them together. And then it just has these they're flexible tops. They're not like, you can't like bend them in place and they stay. They're just heat shrinked or whatever the hell that is. It's a nice rubberized coating. These are a fucking winner. I could tell you right off the bat. These have beat my expectations, and I knew everyone was talking about them, and I'm like, oh, maybe there's something special. Yeah, there is. Everything special. They are like a really up-in-your-face, hammer home. Here's what music is supposed to sound like, and it isn't bad. So now, let's move on to the FH5. So I had a moment, and it passed, and now we're here. So, FH5s. Shit. I don't mean they're shit. I mean there's some shit I got to deal with, and you're gonna have to deal with. We're gonna deal with it. First of all, the usually this is the ear wax picker. This is actually the switch switcher. It says specifically to use the switch switcher to switch these switches, which I'm going to put back the way I think I like them the most, which is fuck you treble, you piece of shit, fuck off. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little cap back on. Look at that little cap. Put it in there. So, FiiO FH5s. FH5 is one of my favorite IEMs of all time. Like, it came in, it was like, I'm wide, I'm bassy, fuck off, we're having fun in here. That was the FH5. The FH5s is it's related, but it's not related. Like, there isn't an amazing amount of soundstage. It kind of matches the ARIA with like the intensity, but it's not, that's a single dynamic. This has Knowles balanced armatures and a 12mm beryllium driver. 12mm beryllium plated dynamic driver. And then there's Knowles. And then there's things. Does that even say on the back what it actually is? Please note, tuning bar accessory units toggle switch. It's a 2 balanced armature, 2 dynamic driver hybrid. So, I mean, like, where are they fitting 2 dynamics? I get it. I get it. They're trying to do some stuff. They give you switches, so you can pick your own flavor. The problem is, with these, is that the flavor is treble. I hope you enjoy treble, because that switch only goes up. If that switch went down, we'd probably be fine. In fact, I've even moved, to follow the cord, to the Liquid Gold X, which is a slightly softer amplifier. I tried the Rebel amp. I moved it to the Singzer with the switch on low Z instead of high Z to try to like... I had a moment. I actually added the song from Deliverance to the test this to see if you can make new sound demo track lists. By the way, sound demos are now on another channel to try to free up this channel so it doesn't have to have a sound demo randomly throughout. So if you want to subscribe to that, it's in the description below. I'll make sure I put that in there. But these gave me like this really wow moment. And then I just spent the last 45 minutes trying to make them not hurt. There's like 2.5 decibels of treble that needs to go away. And the switch won't help you. In fact, the last tuning I just had on was just the treble switch up, because it's 3 switches, bass, mid-range, and treble. And I think right off the back, you just started it with all of them down. It was like, all right, these are okay, but they're definitely lacking something, and they're a little sharp. So I brought the bass switch up. Okay, there's the bass. Not quite FH5 original bass. Certainly not 12mm beryllium dynamic driver like fucking wob wob. I'm waiting for that. That didn't happen. But left the mid-range alone and left the treble down. I wish I could put the treble even further down. So then, all right, then I tried mid-range up, and then it just got warm, almost to the point of like muddy. Like it raised the bass, then it raised like the bass and the mid-range. It's like, So then you had like this really like gushy mid-range treble, mid-range bass thing going on, and then the treble was too high. And then I just said, fuck it, and I said, okay, treble up and these down. You know what I didn't try? All 3 of them up. Which doesn't make any sense, because turning all 3 of them up should just make it level but higher. But you never know with modern science what fuckery all these things have. This could be great. It could be just like the Swans. Which way does this go? Well, let me put them back in. By the way, very pretty. Like maybe the most beautiful IEM they've made. It's got the rose gold around the outside. It's got what looks like vents. But yet when I put them in my ear, and this is the left one because it's blue. There are the switches, by the way. Please stop putting switches on IEMs, please. Just make them sound good. They're not even that expensive. If these were like $1,000 pair of IEMs, then I'd be like, I want at least 3 IEMs for that price. So here's switches to switch between 3 IEMs. Like the Lime ears did. That was horrifying! Wow, it's just doing... Is that even sound now it's happening right now? Well, I gotta skip ahead and whatever this is. It insists upon itself, Lois. That is so much sound happening all at once. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like what's happening right now with all of them up. I don't like it. Oh. You know what? It's weird because the sound signature of the fucking arias that I had was like, okay, it's really in your face. It pushes the sounds like, hey, enjoy me. With the 3 switches up on this, double what this does to the point of actually being uncomfortable. It's like pushing music. It's Bach. Let's go scroll down to some actual classical music. How bad could it make Bach? Oh, bad, bad. Oh my God, bad. Oh my God, bad. Holy fuck. That was, I've never jumped from the Orchestra of the Age of Concerto number 4 in F minor. That just, oh, this guy, where's my switchy thing? Gotta get those sets switched down. Okay, so, FiiO FH5, mildly disappointed. We're gonna put that treble down, we're gonna put that mid-range down. That is, oh, that is no fun. That is no fun. That isn't even fun. When I had just the bass switch up was my most enjoyable fucking trip into these things. Which is fine. Like, I had enjoyment. It's just a matter of like, if your music calls for treble, it's too late. You're done. If your music is quiet, it's probably fine. I'm not blasting it, but I've been startled quite a bit. So now it's just... That's fine. That's fine. Not as spacious as I was hoping it to be. For FH5 to have the legacy of the FH... But here's the thing. They're just calling these the FH5s. They gotta call them the F0 Eliminator. Because it shares almost nothing... Why can't I get this tip to fit right? Hold on. Gear List Joe. Gear List Joe. Oh man, that like treble is still... And I got the bass up. So now the bass up is giving me a little bit more of the wubs that I want. And then like the mid-range is sort of like recessed a bit, but if I put it up, it's just... I don't want it. And the treble just needs to go down, so far down. I think the FH5s are a pass. They had one moment. No, I can't. Listen. Rage Against the Machine. Pass. Why so serious in the London? Yeah, imaging. It's all small. It sounds so small. It's intense and small, and then the bass boost did help quite a bit with the low end, but it's like, I don't know. Ow, 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 MIA. Okay, so that's that. That is, by the way, nice case. I love the case. Also comes with this, and I'm not 100% sure what this is for. To pry something off? Prying something off? Oh, I think this might be to get the oh yeah, look at that. It's to get off the is it to get that off? It fits right there. I guess if you have trouble getting that off, even though I could just pull them off and not have any problems at all, so I don't know what the point is. MMCX connector, by the way. So these are a 2-pin MMCX, and these are going to be a 2-pin. All right, so yeah, no, big disappointment actually in the FiiO FH5s. I was hoping with like the look of this, it'd be like open back. We're going for like an open back, dynamic, maybe throw some balance in there just to spice it up. Well, they overspiced. This is like Indian food. This is like real strong Indian food. That's what it sounds like. It just, I can't. Here's the thing though, it had its moment, and I added a song to the new playlist, the new demo playlist. So just that happening is super rare, but then I just can't. I can't. It's all right, so I'm gonna move on now. Oh, by the way, fuck switches. Love the looks. Love the looks, even though this completely feels like it's there for no reason. Is that like a vent over the top? Like, I don't know why. It doesn't let you hear through it. If it's doing something for the tuning, great. But, yeah, no. Oh, by the way, before I move on, because I should have shown you this, FiiO's entrance into the how to change your wire shit game literally pulls off. Take your 2.5mm, load it onto the little line, push it. Wait, where is it? There's a little cutaway. It goes like that. There, then this slides up and twists on. What does it say underneath there? Born for music. Yeah, it says born for music on a lot of places. And then there's your 2.5. It's not a bad system. I prefer the SeeAudio, like, give you a 2.5mm and then just let you fucking plug adapters onto it. This is fine. I have no problem with this. Just manufacture these sorts of adapters. And then, you know, you're done. But or you could just have a thing where you unscrew it and it makes it. So whatever. The wire, by the way, I probably should finish the review of this. Is a 4-wire. That's a 2-wire. There's a 4-wire. Very light, very springy. FiiO doesn't make shit wires, and they hold up to being really nice. Here's your silver there. The slides into a 2-wire. Very springy tops. These are probably lighter than the. I need to get a jeweler's scale so I could weigh them. As far as weight in the ears, they're all good. They're all good. All right, so now enough of that. Enough of that. I'm saddened by that, but don't worry. This is a triple header. We've got a winner, a loser, and something expensive coming up. Oh, ho, 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 ho. God, I love this job sometimes. So, now that we are done with these two, we need to see through our ears. SeeAudio. Now, this was a little bit of a disappointment when this arrived because the SeeAudio Yumi was the one that had the beautiful cover art with the anime girl. And then this shows up and it's like, where my waifu's at? And apparently the waifu was here on the card from SeeAudio. These. Okay, so I don't know if I should ever. I'm glad I did them in this order because I was startled by how good the Arias came out at 80 bucks. Then I was disappointed at the FH5s for their just like treble murder. Like, oh, they're being too complicated. 2 drivers, 2 dynamics, and 2 balance armature. Too complex. This has 10 balanced armatures in it. 4 Cineon for low end. 2 mid-range nulls and 4 high-end nulls. And these are fucking phenomenal sounding. I'm in my best bass playlist because I just want to make sure. Because sometimes balanced armatures doing low end can be a little bit weird. And it's not. It is so not. These are fucking fantastic. Oh, I whipped out the. Here's. All right. I guess we'll start somewhere. Not a lot of accessories. Literally comes with a Pelican case that is still branded Pelican and still says, you know, www.pelican.com on the lid. So it's nice to give you an actual Pelican case. Comes with a bunch of tips, which I took out of the package and thought I could fit in here. And it almost fits. It almost fits, but then it won't close. That would be amazing if they made this a little bit like they'd have to angle the back so that it fits. Then it could sit on top of the Pelican case. And then that would be awesome. And you look at the accessories and it's got a fucking airplane adapter. And then it's got a brush, like everything has a brush, with a little pick. And I made sure there's no switches on these IEMs, because switches are for bitches, except for the lime ears one that you can flip without taking out of your ear. That's kind of cool. And then this fucking retro 1985 quarter-inch adapter. Look at the like. These aren't expensive ones, the ones I use. They're just like whatever. Look at the size difference of this behemoth. Like, what is the... Who designed that? Where did it come from? It's not even the right gold. It's more yellowy gold. It's straight 80s. And the reason it comes with a 1/4 inch adapter is because the wire it comes with is strictly 3.5 millimeter. And I'm like, okay, I could let that fly for a lot of IEMs, but if you're going to give me a 10 BA, $1,100 fucking IEM, I'm going to which, by the way, this was sent to me by Linsol. The Moondrops, I think, were sent to me by, the Arias here were sent to me by Apos. And FiiO just sends me the FiiOs, so they're going to be on Amazon because they don't really have a store. But yeah, so these for $1,099 do not come with a balanced cable. It comes with a nice cable. It's oxygen-free silver fucking 8-way weave, like a beautiful box cable. Look at this thing. This cable is legitimately sex, and it hurts me to have to use a different cable. But actually, well, that's a little swinging up and down with the nice ends. But SeeAudio was nice enough to give me a discount on the setup. So now I've got a 4-pin XLR going in here, and the wire, take it out of my ear, looks like that. And it's just fabric. And you know what? Why the fuck don't we have fabric? Because this going over my ears is so fucking comfortable. And if we want to look at the IEMs themselves, not actually that gigantic for a 10 BA. I guess if it was like an 8 BA and a dynamic, it'd be even bigger. But you just see them through the clear shell just shoved in there. So many of them. With a normal filter tip. It comes with a ton of tips. It comes with foam I could have used. I'm just a traditionalist, so it was time to go back to the Dakoni. You could say it's a SeeAudio logo and then it says Neo, and then it looks like your kid sprinkled gold fucking glitter there, and he's like, whatever. There's a little circuit board. There's your connector. I lost the wire because it fell down. I've decided that you want the notch out to match the originals. I'll put this back in my ear, and now what we're going to do is we're going to plug this, the balanced 4.4 Pentacon, which, by the way, the Arctic Heart Audio cable case, like, I feel like I'm never going to get tired of taking that out. Let's go with here. And then we'll just disconnect this adapter here, because I haven't tried it on this amplifier. Give that a little... Oh my god, I love these IEMs. Like, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't. Tron Legacy OST Fall is happening, and I am... My vision is getting blurry because tears are coming out. This is better than my home theater. Oh, fuck. It's so loud right now, and I don't care, and you can all go fuck yourselves, because... This is how I lose my hearing. Right now. There's not even a waifu on the bottom. It needs a sticker. That is the most... Tears! Motherfucking tears in my eyes! You bitch! Fuck. Fuck! I'm glad I did this with a roundup. This would not be... I would be like, oh, but Zio's just a... I went through the Arias. I was very impressed by them for $80. Then I was disappointed in these for $250. Like, all right, there's the switches and oh no. But maybe, you know, maybe I should give it a pass. No, fuck you, FiiO. Fuck that whole thing. Arias, you're great. Anyone under $100, if you have $1,100 to spend at an IEM. And I've done this a couple times. Everyone, you know, if you go through my backlog, you could see I recommend, you know, $900 to $1,500 IEMs every once in a while. Get the Neos. No one's talking about them. I was wondering why. They're just sitting on my desk here. I burned them in probably a month and a half ago. I'll get around to it. I don't care. But then I start crying like a little bitch. And it's not even like a sad song. The Tron Legacy OST soundtrack is not... Well, there's one or two sad songs in there. Maybe it's because Daft Punk broke up. I'm having a mental reaction to it. Because it's like, it was so good. Oh, Jesus fuck. They do a remarkable job at everything. And they have the sound stage that I'm looking for. And the treble, even though this has 4 balanced armatures for the treble alone, it's not too much. Jerry Goldsmith, The Mountain, from the Total Recall. Not the new Total Recall, the original Total Recall. With Schwarzenegger. There's just sounds just gently bouncing from right to left. A little, and it's like, well, that's exactly where that's supposed to be. Redline OST. Oh my God, the presence of sound. And it's doing that thing like the UT, oh God, what was it? The 64 audio U12 WS, the ones that had the 12 dynamics, where it isn't just 12 spot. I could hear sound coming from different locations as it's created. But yet it doesn't sound weird or disjointed. It's all part of this coherent fucking fuck. Because I just went on about coherence in the Sennheiser. The Sennheiser fucking IE 900s. I did that review earlier today. Spoiler alerts. I do lots of reviews in a day and then I relax. And I'm glad I couldn't bring myself to say I love them. Because those fucking things are $1,300. And they're very German, and there's a single 7mm dynamic. And it's like, I gave them like a, well, you probably won't be disappointed if you bought these, blah, 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 blah. These are cheaper, and do this. Crawl out of your own ass, Sennheiser, and listen to something like this, because this is absurd. I gotta take this off high gain. I'm dying. I am literally dying. Hold on, where's the low gain? Low gain is this way. My word. It's like I'm on a road. It's like I'm playing Outrun. Do you ever remember Sega Master System's Outrun? Where it's just that little narrow road that's and it wiggles like this, and you're just getting hit by everything. That's the sound that's coming out of it. But it has soundstage. I can actually feel the it's like a self-playing piano with that scroll of paper with all the dots on it. I feel like my face is just pressed against that roll, and all the music is being just pressed into my body. Like an orange juice machine. And here's a quiet song that sort of steps back, and it's lovely. Did I find my new favorite IEMs just now randomly by pulling a pile off my table and just like, because that means there might be another one on there that's like my new favorite IEM. It's a possibility. This is why it's dangerous. This is why doing IEM reviews sucks. Because at any point, an IEM could show up that erases the need for any other IEM. And that's scary to me because I rely on people finding the right IEM, right IEM for them. And this might be it. Even though it's $1,100 and most people can't spend that shit. This is beyond like normal people. I imagine a good chunk of you people watching this are just normal. You're here because I make jokes and there's cute anime waifus and wow, look at that impressive studio he's in, my studio with the hanging insulation and shit. These headphones can't do this. These are a wonderful example of what an IEM can do that a headphone simply cannot. Because a headphone, unless you're really stupid, is usually just one driver. And you could change the form factor of the driver to be planar or electrostatic, but it's still one. It's 1-point source. And this is 10-point sources per ear. And every one of them is tuned just so. And then it's shoved way inside there, Morty. Because guess what? The effect of a pad, you know, when I pad swap and oh, the pad makes so much difference. Well, now there's no pad. There's a tip, but the tip makes only a little bit of difference maybe with seal. Sometimes it makes more, but oof, these fucking things. I'm going to be selling a bunch of shit in the yard sale because of these. And I feel bad because they were sent to me and they sat on the table. 9 Inch Nails, Love Is Not Enough. Ironically correct. Why not get, of all the IMs to not come with a 2.5 balanced and then some adapter wires, this should be the one that comes with that. But it did allow me to use the hard audio, which is honestly better. He's got the X split, the Y split is right under my neck, so it doesn't wiggle around. And the soft cloth over my ears is just perfect. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Keep in mind, this is the first day I'm listening to these. The first day I've listened to all of these. Because I can't dedicate that big a chunk of my life to spending 2 days with the ARIA to then put out what used to be 1 day's worth of video and then it's done. I've got to, you know, sit down and then analyze and shut the camera off and go through it. And all right, do I like this? Let me listen to it for another 10, 15, 20 minutes. Really got a feel for it, get to enough songs, switch to enough amplifiers, and then state my case. And I've been sitting with these Neos for 55 minutes, including this recording. And they're probably my favorite IEMs. Which, stating that IEMs can do more than headphones, means they're probably the best sounding thing. Wait, don't take that out of context. They are way up there. These, I gotta pull my, all right, the short end of the stick is I gotta pull my fucking Nanas out. The Nana 2.0 and compare at some point, because if I do, there might be a reckoning. I have to, because it gets so, like, all right, might just be me. Do you ever get, like, teary-eyed and, like, emotional just from how loud something is? Like, it doesn't even matter what it is. 9 Inch Nails, Tron Legacy, whatever. But, like, it's just volume. And I'm not saying that I'm just blasting it and therefore it's good. Like, you have to hit this just perfect tone. But have you ever, am I the only person? I have literally just, like, sat in front of a giant set of speakers and just turned them up slightly too loud and just start crying like a bitch. Like a little baby. It's like, oh my God, it's like I'm hearing the voice of God. And here's the thing, quiet, I still can pick out everywhere the instruments are, everything that's going on. It's not just like there are some IMs you turn them up and they don't sound right until you turn them way up. And this is just, I can hear the quality of this at a whisper. And I do whisper because of Stewie and Cool Whip. I literally do that for everything with a W and an H. I apologize. Let's go even quieter. I could tell you these are $1,000 at anything above off. Oh, those are $1,000 IM. Oh, fuck. They are so fucking ugly. Can I just cite that? Now that I've taken them out of my ears to actually look at them for more than 4 seconds, these are despicably ugly and the best IMs I've ever heard. I'm gonna have to get to the Baldars, because the Kinera Baldars are the $1,300 version above the Nana, and I haven't spent enough time with them to know. Fuck, I haven't. Now this game just got real, dog. So thank you for stopping by for this very long video, but you know we got 3 things out of it. You got 1 wallpaper, which is enough. It's enough. It's enough to get through this. See that orange globe? That's the fucking sound. Thank you to Heart Audio. Thank you to Linsol. Thank you to Apos. Thank you to FiiO. Thank you to Moondrop for existing. Moondrop's made some of my favorite IMs, and the fact that their cheapest one, and I'm not sure if this is their cheapest one, but that one absolutely paves the way for anyone who wants to get into sound and IEMs and good. Just know that the road that leads from $80 to $1,100 is paved with foolery and different paths that you may not want to take. Just know that. But fuck me, bro. These fucking Neos. I'm shit. So yeah, links to everything in the description. Time codes, Zeos, don't forget to do the time codes thing where you could jump to each individual thing. There'll probably be intro, and then I don't know how I've done it once or twice before. But yeah, no, thank you for stopping by for this roundup. I have to take a thumbnail now. How am I going to do that? Because before it was easy. Before it was literally do this and then put these on there and then it was done. But now I have like waifus, and I've got the FiiO case. I guess I could like try to do like a yard sale type style thing. Anyway, Patreon and subscribe star. If you want to see these reviews early, and I can't believe there's only one review of the Neos on Linsol. Like, what is it? Where is the review? What does it say? A detailed and warm, all balanced armature IM that sounds like it has a DD. I'm concerned that it only had balanced armatures having the bass be right. Perfectly has the bass. Hearing is seeing. Why did they actually? This might be written by the company. Other than the quite redundant accessories, could have been better, I agree. Cable included. The Neo is amazing and looks and sounds amazing. Bass surprisingly deep. Just like an image, except for shortless and Neo is like seeing shimmering stars. You just can't. Period. Stop. Period. Listening. I agree. That's this man's one assessment. I wish they weren't as ugly either, but this is like the little duckling. Holy fuck. Anyway, Patreon and subscribe star. See reviews early. Participate in yard sales. These Neos are going to cause me to sell a lot of expensive shit. Because it's like, do I really need that anymore if these exist? Maybe not. So from the 1st to the 10th of every month, I ship for free content out to the United States, half shipping international. If you live somewhere where it doesn't get stuff and the stuff's in the yard sale, you buy it, I ship it to you, I charge you half the shipping. See reviews early. Both Patreon and subscribe star are the same benefits. If you want to get onto my phone, where people are asking me questions constantly, the $10 tier will get you into the behind-the-scenes private Telegram chat, which are where people are about to get fucking told. Let me thumbnail this. Get out of this. Everything's broken. Oh, it's broken. Anyway, I'm going to go tell them about the Neos and see if anyone else is there. Because there's more people. There's 300 people in there. Almost. Roughly. Over. And I've never once seen anyone mention this. So that means it's my job to tell them before you guys see this review. Well, to tell everyone before see the review. $10 tier gets it first. Like the moment of. So yeah, there's that. Wallpaper always available in the description of the video. I keep a collection of all the wallpapers I've ever used on Patreon and subscribe star for anyone who's supporting. It's just easier to get to. If you want to find the original artists of these, you can use Source Now or IQDB to reverse image search and try to find them on Pixiv or, well, that's basically where everyone lives now. DeviantArt? Very rarely. But yeah, no, I'm done. Thank you for stopping by for this fucking hour-long journey. And I like doing this format. I don't think I do more than 3 or 4. I used to do like 6. Back in the days, you used to plop down 6 IEMs and you used to have pieces of paper and write everything down and then just do comparative. I like the fact that they're all so different. Like, I'm not going to say you need to get... I would say get the ARIA over the FH5s. But they're such a different... If you're looking for a $250 IEM, and I'm just going to steer you away from this and towards the OH10 from FiiO. And if you're looking for like under $100... that's probably the best one you're going to find. And then whole shit. So I'll see you all not tomorrow, but the next day for another review. God almighty.